Good morning, everybody. Today is March 22nd, 2021, and it is finally spring. Today I'm going to be amending this last garden bed in the backyard and planting my potatoes for the spring season. So let's get to it. Today I'm going to be planting the Yukon Golds. I'll show you. I got some Yukon Golds, a purple potato variety, and some russet potatoes. I am so excited it's finally spring. Okay, let's go ahead and get to work. Okay, so I was going to, remember when I told you that I had some onions back here and garlic back here? I was going to pull these out because I thought they were all trampled on. Plus I didn't even mulch them at all, and I haven't been tending to them at all. I didn't water or anything, so I thought they were all pretty much toast by now. But I just came out here to look, and they all look, I mean, they're kind of puny, yeah, but they all look like they're doing pretty good without being mulched or anything. And I planted this non-organic garlic from Food Lion that I got just at the store, and it's actually coming up. This is garlic, and I did not think, I mean, I knew that if you just buy the garlic from the store, it can be planted and you can grow garlic that way, but I did not buy organic. And I know that non-organic ones, they're usually sprayed with all kinds of herbicides and pesticides and stuff to make them not grow. So I was like, oh shoot, I better go buy some more. So that's why I have more in the other garden bed over there. But these are actually coming up, and they were not organic. They took a long time. I waited 2 months and I didn't think they were going to come up, but here they are, of course. So this whole bed was going to be potatoes. So I don't know, I hope I can fit all the potatoes that I ordered and bought. But if not, I'll find somewhere to put them, surely. But I'm just so happy that these are actually coming up. Here's a garlic. Here's a garlic. Garlic, 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 garlic. Like, this whole, right here, this whole thing was garlic before I even put these onions in. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I'm just gonna put my potatoes in this little section and see how that goes. Okay. If you guys don't want to spend a whole bunch of time weeding like I am, I would suggest doing a cover crop during the winter months if you're not going to be growing any cool weather crops. I did not grow any cool weather crops, and I did not do a cover crop or I didn't mulch it or anything like that. So now I'm having to spend a lot of time weeding before I can even amend the bed and add nutrients back into the bed. I highly recommend cover crops. That is something that I've learned very recently, obviously, and from now on I will definitely be using some kind of mulch or cover crops or dead foliage to cover my garden beds in the winter months if I'm not going to grow, because not only does it help you not have to weed as much, but it keeps your soil alive. It keeps all of the microorganisms up inside of it healthy and strong, and it puts nutrients back into your garden bed, keeps the soil soft, not packed down, and encourages life into your garden bed. Like the worms have a lot more food, so then in return you're going to get a lot more worm castings, which is really good, beneficial for your garden. So yeah, I definitely recommend covering your garden with mulch, or even ground up leaves is a really good one. It's free. Wood chips, straw, anything. Don't leave it bare, because then you're gonna have to start from square one and amend your bed from square one, costing you more time and money. So next time I will definitely be using a cover crop or some type of mulch. Alright, looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to add some organic matter back to the soil to make it healthy again. With potatoes, you want to plant them in rows, in raised rows, and you'll put the actual potato inside of the trench. It should be buried about 4 or 5 inches down. You put the cut side of the tomato, I'll show you in a second, but you put the cut side of the tomato down, and you want the eye of the potato, did I say tomato? I meant potato. You put the eye of the potato up, pointing to the surface, so that way it'll grow in the right direction. You want your rows or trenches to be about 6 inches tall on the sides, and you put the potatoes in the middle of the trench about 12 inches apart, and you want the rows to be about 2 to 3 feet apart. I'm working with a tiny little space here for my potatoes, so I'm going to do mine about 2 feet apart. We'll see how that goes. But if you had a bigger area, do it about 3 feet apart, just in case. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so we are finally at the point to where we are going to be putting the potatoes in the ground. So I will show you how to do that with one of the cut ones. I cut this one a couple days ago in the house and let it sit on my counter for about 4 or 5 days to make sure that the cut side forms a good skin on the other side, so it will not rot whenever you put it in the ground. But what you're going to do is you're going to put the potato in the ground with this eye. This is called an eye. And you're going to put the potato in the ground and cover it up with about 3 or 4 inches of soil. Once the potato starts to sprout, you will cover that up again with another 2 to 3 inches of soil. That is called top covering. And you will do that about 2, maybe 3 times. It takes the potatoes to grow about 90 to 120 days depending on the variety that you bought. So what you're going to do is plant your potatoes in this trench that you just dug. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper, just right there. And you're going to take the eye, point it straight up and put it into the hole and cover it up with about 2 to 3 inches of soil. And that's it. So I'm going to finish these rows and I will come back to you guys. Okay, it is all done. What I did was just planted them about 12 inches apart, about 3 to 4 inches down into the soil. Make sure that the tops were sticking up, cut side down, and then once they start to sprout, I will come back and cover them up with another 2 to 3 inches. So I'll show you what I did. I know it's very sunny, you can barely see, but I have 3 rows. 1, 2, and 3. I have the Yukon Gold in this first row. I have the purple potato in the second row, and the russet potatoes in the third row. Now what I'm going to do is just come in and give them a little bit of fertilizer. I just used this one that I found at True Value. It is 3-4-4, meaning that it has 3 parts nitrogen for the foliage, the greens that comes up, 4 parts potassium, and 4 parts phosphate for the tubers and the roots. Make sure that you wear gloves whenever you use fertilizer, but after I am done fertilizing, I am going to cover this up with a little bit of straw and water it really well. And then that is all. I'll see you next time. Thanks.